Welcome back to another episode of Iniquitous News. I'm your host, Lawrence Johnson. Quick World War III update. What is the latest? Well, Iran, they said, hey, if you bomb us, we will bomb back. And if you try to stop us from making a nuclear weapon, we will also bomb back. And, I'm not trying to go into more war with the Middle East. We're already at war with most of the Middle East. But I get where their sentiment comes from. It's like, why are we not allowed to have a nuclear weapon? It was like, you got it, Russia got it, China got it. Why us? It's like, we don't just got it. We have hundreds, if not thousands of nuclear weapons. So, who are we to say who can get nukes and who can't? Like, if you develop that type of technology, okay. Do we need nuclear weapons? Absolutely not. Because at the end of the day, if you go to war and a nuke is brought out, the world is ending, people. But no, it doesn't stop there. Tensions with Yemen increase as we continue to bomb the Houthis. For what exactly? You already know. Our greatest ally, because this all started because there was a trade port that was blocked that Israel was using. They're like, oh, hold on. We need that. Shoot them. And obviously Trump was like, whatever you say, President Netanyahu, and next thing you know, we shooting at them. Russia has joined in, and they also was like, okay, if you guys keep on bombing Yemen and you're threatening to bomb Iran, if you bomb Iran, tensions are going to rise. Because if you hadn't heard already, Iran, Russia, and China are now in this three-way alliance in training together, which means if we mess with one, we mess with both others. It's like NATO, they don't fuck with us no more because we pulled out and we keep on funding Israel. So, we have no allies really at this point in time, at least not allies I'm comfortable with. And you at home, I get it. If you support Trump, go ahead, I guess. But, at some point in time, you got to open your eyes and be like, oh, shit, I thought we was bringing peace. This is just war. That's all we doing. It is war. And the tensions just increase day by day. It's so bad. For the first time in my lifetime, China, Korea, and Japan, they're on the same page. They're like, oh, yeah, we hear Trump keeps on threatening tariff after tariff. So, hey, y'all, no matter what they got going on, we're together. They don't agree on nothing. I've never seen them agree on anything. China, Korea, Japan, just go look at the history and you'll be like, oh shit, if anything, they've been at war with each other. Now they hear that we just talking bullshit, trying to tariff everywhere, and they teaming up. So that's China, Korea, Japan, Iran, Russia, Yemen, basically all of NATO. Greenland hates us, Denmark hates us. It's like, do I need to continue? Do you see the problem that we have going on here, people? We are making enemies, not allies. Keep on talking about peace through strength. That means people from our country, military, maybe your friends, they dying for this. Are you okay with that? I'm not okay with that. I don't want war. Trump's endorsement, Randy Fine, he has officially won. And this is the American first patriot, supposedly. You see the flag that's in the background and the flag that's cropped out of the picture, right? Yeah, that looks American first to me. Randy Fine is a shitty, despicable human being, I might add. Don't just take my word for it. Look what he had to say about a dead baby. Hey, exactly. Right? That's some sick shit. Regardless of who you support, who you don't support, dead children, that's where most people will draw the line. Man, that's really sad. He loves that. And he doesn't stop there. He wants, you see it, blood to flow throughout Gaza. Kill them all. This is a person that Trump is endorsing and calling America first. Didn't stop there. You remember Wisconsin, how Elon just kept on saying, this is so important. We need to win this Supreme Court. Gave $2 million out to, you already know who, right-wingers who he obviously vetted beforehand so he'd give that money to them directly. Trying to buy the election, and they lost. Susan won. Thank goodness. I just don't understand. It's why are we letting Elon meddle in our elections? This guy, he's not even fucking American. I'll never even be saying that, but it's bro, he came over here on a visa. You should get deported next. We know you dropped out of school. Your visa should have ended right then and there. But you could buy your way out of it. Guy sucks. And guess what? Your money wasted. $19 million, I'm pretty sure, went into trying to win Wisconsin, and you still fucking lost. Why? Because people of Wisconsin saw you promoting the little cheesehead and still thought, this guy's a pick-me loser. We're smarter than that. We know you just want to line your own pockets. And that's the thing. If you didn't see the news, Elon bought Twitter from himself with XAI for, $10 billion less. Now, what is that? That's a tax write-off that he then gets to just go fuck off. You guys understand the whole, strategy behind that? Now it's formed into one company, but really, I sold it at a $10 billion loss. So, oh, exactly. This guy just likes to keep as much money as he possibly can for himself, which is why he's a shitty-ass father that also cuts funding from the women that he impregnates. And as always, your Israel update. First things first, they canceled the tariffs. And that's been paraded and promoted around, which is hilarious because they was tariffing us? How the fuck does that work? We're giving them $3.8 billion a year in military funding. And they tariffing us? This is our greatest ally though, right? Yeah. That sound about right. It doesn't stop there. AIPAC, look at that. They bragging in your face, saying this is how many seats that we have. As you can see, it doesn't matter, Democratic, Republican. Oh yeah, they money is in there, they're funding, and they're elected. So that's why when people say who's really running the country? You see it. Look how many seats they have. And they're telling you in your face, oh yeah, we got that. Whatever Israel put their money behind, That means Jasmine Crockett, I love her. She seems like a nice woman, but she's one of them. The list goes on. Thomas Massey, he's one of the only ones. It's no thanks, $0. Randy Fine, as you just saw, he's more than just funded. He's Israel first, America second. We're going to figure out in a second, but over there, prop them up. Then Israel called us up and they're like, you know what? We need your help with this whole entire Egypt thing. Right? I know, Egypt. They're not involved too. Because people, I don't know how many times I tell you, Greater Israel, look that up. That's what Netanyahu is going after. Now, he's saying, I need the Sinai Peninsula. Egypt, military, you have to leave. Now, look at the Sinai Peninsula on the map here. See, that has nothing to do with Gaza, nothing to do with the West Bank. What does that have to do with? That is more land he wants to grab. And who's funding that? You and I. And not only can Palestinians not even go this way because, they just keep on getting bombed, but it's when has Egypt need to demilitarize anything? And so why is Israel currently so war hungry? Well, it's because Netanyahu is on thin ice. He's being investigated by the ICC. He's being investigated by basically everybody for war crimes. He's going to go to prison. And it doesn't just stop there. 2 of his top aides were just arrested in this whole Qatargate thing, where basically they were helping Qatar / being funded by Qatar to prop Qatar up. And do you think that Netanyahu had no idea what was happening? Now, if war stops, that means that his trial can continue and he has to go take trial. And he will be found guilty and he will go to prison. So that's why Gaza, no matter what's going on, as you hear from his latest announcement, we need to take all that over. Because he needs to continue this war and continue this takeover, 1, to form Greater Israel, and 2, to stay out of prison and cover his own ass. That's why when Gaza finally is fully ethnically cleansed, we will then be dragged into war with either Yemen or now Egypt to keep on funding their war so he can grab Greater Israel and stay out of prison. Now, of course, you don't need to take my word for it. Just go Google it. Go look up Netanyahu war crimes. It's going to flood. It will flood. I promise you. And what else did the IDF do? So you remember that there was the 15 paramedics that were killed, right? So more has been uncovered about that whole entire atrocity that just happened. So now we know that the IDF tied these people up and killed them one by one, Gestapo style. Yeah, despicable, disgusting, I know. And you may be wondering, why did they do this? They said they thought the ambulance was a threat because there could be threatening people inside. And that makes you wonder, so if you thought there was a threat inside, but then you went and found them inside, what made you shoot them one by one and then bury them in a grave to hopefully not be uncovered? So that's another war crime committed by you-know-who. And that's why I say, don't listen to some of these propagandized media, because this is not happening in Israel. This is only happening in Gaza and Palestine. And what's going to happen to these IDF people that pulled this off? Absolutely nothing. That's what always happens. And that's a problem. Cory Booker has set a record. More than 24 hours straight, this man was up there talking, live streaming on TikTok, basically letting people know that what's happening right now in America is not normal and should not feel normal, and we need to do something about it. And obviously, Fox News, Republicans, everybody was pissed because they was like, yo, what's going on, son? And I don't want you to sit here and think that I like Cory, because you already know. Remember that whole little APAC thing? He's one of the seats that's bought. So I know he's not America first either. But well done with the whole, 24 hours, setting the whole record thing. Like, that shit was dope to hear all the dictator shit that Trump is really up to. He did spread some good information. There can be two truths here. You know what I'm saying? I am a hater. I'm not a liar. But Cory, still, I know who you funded by, so I ain't really fucking with you. But 24 hours straight, I'm sitting there, I'm like, what, how? Like, son ain't have to go to the bathroom? He ain't go to the bathroom one time, people. Which means, I'm not gonna, he most likely had a diaper up there, which is pissing himself. Which I kind of think is disgusting. It's like, how far do you really need to go? Well, I mean, I guess to set a record and say your message, well done. But I really think you was kind of wilding on that one. But I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to hate. JD Vance is just out here lying again. That's what I'm saying. People, I hope you guys do your research when you see some of these accounts on Twitter, or even when you hear me talk. If you think something in your head like, oh, I don't know if that's, go research it and look it up yourself. You can't just be taking people's word for anything, because now it's all about who's first, not about who's right. And JD Vance with this whole entire, basically, he's trying to say that this father was a part of an MS-13 gang, which he was never convicted of that. There was one private informant that said, oh, I think that he's affiliated with them. And now the Republicans are running with, that's why that this man does not deserve due process. Every single person deserves due process. It's written in law. Now, this is a family man, has a family, gets deported because he's supposedly part of the MS-13 gang without due process. Now, if at home you don't understand what due process is, basically, that's for a judge to come up and say, okay, what's going on? Can we actually deport him, and why? So this is a person that is just deported for, like we said, suspicion, and is now in an El Salvador high security, well, not even high security, violent with dogs, son, with people that march for air, you guessed it, death is really like that. He's not supposed to be there. That's the thing. There's a lot of propaganda that we are fed constantly about other places and about things, and we're supposed to strike fear into us. It's like, it's not true. Just like this man being part of the MS-13 gang is not true. He's been taken away from his family with some real gang members, and now what's the family supposed to do? And I'm sorry, this to me is just not America first. Okay, I understand you want to deport illegal immigrants. That's what you said you were going to do. But to not give people due process is against everything that America was built on. And speaking about being fed propaganda, Speed continues to just absolutely break Chinese propaganda. So right now he's on one of his tours. If you know who Speed is, he's one of these streamers. He's mad famous, to be honest with you, in the younger generation. Everybody below 23 basically know, bro. And right now he's on China just doing a tour. And as you can see from the clips.
Chad, I thought we was on ground floor. Bro, we literally on ground floor. What? Wait, I ain't gonna lie, this don't even make sense. How the hell y'all even build this? So are we on the building?
See, that's how Los Angeles is supposed to look and operate. We're supposed to have public transit. We're supposed to be walking out into a building, looking down, and be like, oh man, there's way more floors down there. But we don't, because what do we fund? Wars. What has China been funding? Themselves. 1979, that's the last time China was in a serious, altercation with a different country. And what have they been doing? Cooking the fuck up for themselves. That's an unbelievable city. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's Chong something. I'm not going to get it wrong. I'm not even going to try. But look that shit up and your mind will be blown, people. I swear. And it doesn't stop there, because then he got in one of the whips. And this is something very interesting I learned. Almost all electric vehicles that China's building, we don't allow here. Why? You already know. Because Mr. Elon and other people that are like, oh, well, our electric cars are better. They're not better. China's electric cars are so much more affordable and so much better. Like, this is obviously, a luxury car that they're using over there, but a 360, the joint can jump, it can dance. It's just like, I love the United States of America, but if you are going to sit here and tell me that China is not belt to ass, and when it comes to the technological standpoint, and when it comes to building their city in a logical way that really helps out their people, you're lying to yourself and you're lying to me. I mean, you just saw the videos. Just go look up some of this shit in China. Your mind is going to be blown. I know. I went to school just like you did. There's supposed to be these big, bad people that are terrible for us, but it's like, what they got going on over there, that shit is fire. And with our hater today, we got bro right here.
They know that I wore that hat, so they were going to look for the hat because nobody knew what I really looked like. So I gave the guy my hat. I said, hey, man, you want this hat? You can have it. He go outside. I'm looking in the window because I know they're out there somewhere. Next thing I heard, I stepped back from the window, pulled my gun, put it to the side, in case they decide to come out and run up and see, is he dead? But they didn't. They kept on going down Clark. They took off from Clark and hit that freeway, and they gone, you know. But the guy didn't die, but he got shot up. But he didn't die, and I was like, man, what the hell going on? I was like, damn, man, somebody don't like you. I don't know what the guy, man, they didn't say nothing. They just drove by and said, hey. I turned to look and he just blasted me. I said,
You know what type of Mephistophelian hater you need to be to give a random man your hat when you know you about to get shot up? Like, you know you about to get fired on. Instead, you don't even know dude. You like, hey, bro, you want a hat? He thinking he's got some new swag, some new drip, just to walk out and get clipped? Oh, my day. Moving absolutely mental, my boy. That's easy hater today. And the fact that he's like, oh, you know, he ain't died, though. He ain't died. He got shot up for sure. What was damaged? But, like, he ain't died. Rather him than me. Oh, nah, son. Haiti University, we got a scholarship in the mail for bro. I mean, I'm not saying that. Nah, I am saying that. I applaud that. That's iniquitous thinking, my boy. That's well-executed hate. It's unfortunate if a stranger gets caught up. Would I do that type of thing? No, but I wouldn't have people trying to kill me in the first place. That's just me. New segment I'm implementing. I'm calling it What to Watch Wednesdays. First things first, White Lotus. If you like comedies, witty type of humor, Succession type vibes, this is the show for you. It's on Max. It is elite. It is funny. It is now 7 episodes in. I just watched the 7th episode. It's like a slow burner. So it's like if you don't like dialogue, if you don't like having to pay attention or like following a couple different stories and plot lines at the same time, this show is not for you. But if that is your type of shit, this is it. Next up, we got Solo Leveling. Yeah, anime vibes. I'll be into that. I got into that a little bit too late in my life, but at the same time, the messages in all anime, unbelievable. And Solo Leveling, this is like one of those, you could still catch up right now. It's not like One Piece where it's like thousands of episodes you behind. They on season 2. When I tell you elite people, this shit is unbelievable. The storytelling, the characters, the action, like, nah, 10 out of 10. It doesn't matter what age you is. You should go watch that shit or go try that shit. Even if it's your first anime ever, you can be like, yo, son, I feel like this shit corny. Watch that shit, you can be like, oh, I understand. What Lethal be saying, I understand it now. I swear, shit is cold. My reality TV series of the week, Alone. See, I can't do none of this shit they be doing, but basically it's a competition series where they just drop them off in a vicinous part of the earth where they have to fend, live, not talk to nobody, and see who can survive the longest. I ain't never seen nobody die, obviously. You don't die on this shit, but it's like they just got a camera and they got a little backpack with 10 items and they just got make shit happen. They be vibing and sliding across the map, trying to figure out, they be hunting. They be doing a whole bunch of shit I would never do, but I be feeling like I'm learning. So I'm like, okay, like if the apocalypse happened, all of a sudden, I feel like I can remember what they did and I could do that too. That's probably not true, but that's what I feel like when I'm watching the show, so I keep on watching it. But it's just elite TV, in my opinion. I'm like, oh, shit, they really just be out there 100 days at a time. I'm not talking to nobody. Just the camera. I'm going a little crazy. Yeah, I'll fucking go crazy too. And with our song of the day, we have Chizzy, Apple Pay, artist out of 585 Ratchets. You already know, I've been bumping it. Run that.
I can't get you off my mind. You was supposed to have my back and have my spine. I was just locked in the dress. You ain't even see me, man. And every time I call, you press decline. Heard they killed my brother Goo, I lost my mind.
Yeah, it's the only song y'all getting today. Music Mondays, where I'm gonna start adding even more songs on that day. Today is What to Watch Wednesdays. But thank you for tuning in for another episode of Iniquitous News. You already know, hate and subscribe. Margin for error, you guessed it, death. And I will see y'all on Friday. I'm out.
You've just tuned in to another edition of Iniquitous News Network with Lawrence Johnson. Don't forget to hate and subscribe.